Well, there's a happy reunion this evening. Our three-day road trip around the country has officially come to an end. eNCA reporters, of course, travelled across South Africa, bringing us ideas on how to make the most of our holidays safely during a lockdown. Dasen Thathiah, Nqobile Madlala and Justin Ford joining me from the Blue Lagoon Hotel, all together after a wonderful few days of travelling around the country. Dasen, I have to ask, I know that you were late to East London and there was a pie being saved for you by Justin. Did you get your pie?
Definitely, you know, that was one of the first things that he presented me with, and I was very grateful that he kept his promise. And during the course of today, we were out, you know, doing a few activities. We'd gone quad biking, and we even had a bit of paintballing. But Sally, you know, the praise that I had for Justin early this morning changed very quickly. And you know, if I could, I would show you why. But all I'm saying is that I will never turn my back again, because when I do, if Justin is behind it, there is trouble. Justin, I think you need to confess on national TV. You need to tell Sally what you did today.
Look, Justin, to be honest, hi, good evening, Sal.
Hello, Justin.
What happened at the paintballing? So I must admit that I coerced you into the paintballing. So Justin approached me and he said, listen, 4 or 2 o'clock live, we're going to go on a boat cruise. I said, dude, I can't do boats. Motion sickness just doesn't work. But my plan in my head then said, you know, let's go paintballing. And he had a lovely crossing with Jeremy, and we were stationed on our pitch, and I just had to take the opportunity, never turn your back on a gunman, and that's exactly what he did. And I fired too, and he's got some marks on his back to show that, listen, we had some fun today.
Well, Sally, even though Jason is saying Justin is a bad guy here, I feel like I was also hurt because I turned my back on him. And let's just say I'll never do that again, Sally. I have bruises to prove. You know, this is very hard for a girl when she needs a spa. I mean, it's the last day of the holiday, and then there it is. Now I need a spa, and I can't even prove.
I thought I could trust these two. I really did. You know, we spent all of this week waiting to meet up today, and within one day, you know, there was just it turned into war on the paintball
It sounds
field.
like it.
But
I mean,
that aside,
it sounds like you guys have, and you know, that's what a road trip is all about, that you just have these wonderful, special memories. I want to ask each of you, because you've brought us some extraordinary stories over the last few days. You've each just been in the most beautiful parts of our country, met phenomenal, wonderful, beautiful South Africans, and shown us a really different side. We expect, you know, beaches, we have beautiful coastline, we all know that, but a lot of the beaches are closed, and you have proven to us that we can have a beautiful holiday even while staying safe and not always being on the beach. So I want to ask each of you for, like, your most special moment, the thing that you will take with you for many, many decades to come. And Justin, because you paintballed, poor Dasen, I'm going to start with you.
Certainly, I think, as you mentioned, there's just been so many things that we've been able to enjoy during our time. And I think it would be the opportune time to thank Laura Mostert from SASA, who I simply emailed a couple of weeks back and said, listen, we have this road trip planned from Cape Town all the way to East London. The 3 of us will be meeting from our various regions. And she had managed to put together an itinerary second to none from the first day that we left Cape Town, you know, the Karoo Art Hotel to the game drive. And I think that stands out most certainly for day one. Day two, moving over to the Garden Route region, where, as you mentioned, the beaches were closed. But for me, what stood out there was the resilience of the Garden Route community that really just said, you know what, we are not all about beaches. So we visited Monkeyland, Birds of Eden. I went clay pigeon shooting. That's where I got a bit of practice.
You have a lot of memories, Justin.
And that in itself,
yeah,
absolutely. And then moved over to Addo. So, Sally, I unfortunately cannot sing no one out, because it really was an epic road trip, and I'm sure these two fellow road trippers will agree that there are memories that we just had spoken on our group earlier, that these are memories that will last with us forever.
Yeah, absolutely, Justin. And Nqobile, coming to you, so we've seen you riding a horse. I saw you communing with a giraffe today. Very briefly, I just need one memory from you, Nqobile, on the thing that you love the most.
Well, Sally, there's lots to choose from, but we are going to thank the tourism also for just playing their parts, because in Eastern Cape and in Free State, they all just came together and sort of showed us the best activities we could come up with. Of course, when I had lunch in a car, that was really, really amazing for me. That was a restaurant on wheels. It was really interesting and really mind-blowing. But Sally, I must say, these two are mushy. They're marshmallows. They were so nice to Abby, the giraffe. So I'm going to take that with me, that I have two people who can shoot at each other but love their animals so much.
Absolutely, and we do have beautiful wildlife. Dasen, last word to you in the last minute. Tell me, what was the most special experience for you?
Well, a few things, Sally. Look, obviously, you've seen the views. I've brought that to you and our viewers as well, from Coffee Bay to Port St. John's. It's absolutely incredible sights. Some people might not even realize that those exist here. But the one thing that I'll take away with me is the hospitality. And that's what we found in all of the towns that we visited during our Eastern Cape road trip. And I think it was just the warmth that we were greeted with, despite the COVID-19 period that we're dealing with. People still welcomed us. All of the precautions where they needed to be taken, we saw that being taken at these facilities. And I think most of all, I spent a lot of time with my colleague Nkaniso, so we managed to bond, we danced a little, and I think there are some videos that we'll still have to share with you to show you exactly how much fun we had on this road trip.
And Dasen, thank you so much. A shout out to all the amazing camera work that we saw with your colleagues. And to the three of you, I hope you have a beautiful night in East London. Dasen, Nqobile, Justin, safe travels home, and thank you for bringing us a slice of beautiful South Africa.